Now we will talk about the Mughal Empire. Okay, so we have already talked about that Lodi dynasty, Sayyid dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Khilji dynasties, and all the videos have been uploaded. Please go through it and take the advantage of it and benefit me also. Okay, so now who is Babur? Okay, so Babur came and in the Delhi Sultanate he was called by Daulat Khan to uh, remove Ibrahim Lodi, and ultimately this Lodi dynasty and the Delhi Sultanate came to an end. Now from here Mughal Empire will start. So Mughals belonged to a branch of Turks called Chagatai, which is named after the second son of Genghis Khan, the famous Mongol leader. So everything whatever happened in history, that in uh, Lodi, Sayyid dynasty and Tughlaq dynasty and all, so we will see many a times Mongol. Okay, so Mughals belonged to a branch of the Turks called Chagatai, which is named after the second son of Genghis Khan, the famous Mongol leader. And the foundation of the Mughal Empire in India was led by none other than Babur, who was a Chagatai Turk. Okay, so Babur, his original name is Jahiruddin Muhammad. Okay, so his original name is Jahiruddin Muhammad. Okay, and he was a descendant of Taimur. He was a descendant of Taimur. So you can remember the name Taimur by the son name of Kareena Kapoor and the Babur, that our Babri Masjid and all. So he was descendant of a Taimur on his father's side and Genghis Khan on his mother's side. And his original name is Jahiruddin Khan, and in 1494 at the age of 11 Babur became the ruler of Farghana. At present it is in Chinese Turkestan, and succeeding Umar Sheikh Mirza as his succeeding Umar Sheikh Mirza, that is his father. Okay, and Daulat Khan, the most powerful noble of Punjab, who was discontented with Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi was acting as a dictatorship during his reign, and Daulat Khan's son was ill treated by Ibrahim Lodi. So for that revenge, Daulat Khan asked Babur to come in India and invade it and remove the Ibrahim Lodi. So he was the one who played a key role, and I have talked about in Lodi dynasty. So he undertook 4 expeditions to in India in order to conquer it between the years 1519 to 1523. So he undertook 4 expeditions to India in order to conquer it between the years 1519 and 1523. So Babur's military conquest in 1504, Babur occupied Kabul, and in 1524 Babur occupied Lahore to retreat Kabul after Daulat Khan turned against him. So when Daulat Khan turned against him, so he occupied that Lahore also. Okay, so in 1504 Babur occupied Kabul, and in 1524 Babur occupied Lahore to retreat to Kabul after Daulat Khan turned against him. And in November 1525 Babur attacked and occupied Punjab also. In November 1525 Babur attacked and occupied Punjab also. And in 21st April 1526 Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat, and quickly occupied Delhi, and despite of vast and superior troop, Ibrahim Lodi lost in the battle due to Babur's superior strategy and use of artillery. I have already talked about in Lodi dynasty. The first battle of Panipat marked the foundation of Mughal dominion in India. So the first battle of Panipat marked the foundation of Mughal dominion in India, and Babur conquered Delhi and sent his son Humayun to seize Agra. So Babur conquered Delhi and sent his son Humayun to seize Agra. Okay. Babur conquered Delhi and sent his son Humayun to seize Agra, and the Babur announced himself, as the emperor of Hindustan. Okay, so this was about the Babur. So after we will see like Rana Sangha. So Rana Sangha of Mewar was a great Rajput warrior, and he gave the toughest resistance to Babur's expansion plan. So if we see Rana Sangha in it, so he was the great Rajput warrior, and he was from Mewar, and he gave the toughest resistance to Babur's expansion plans. And on March 16, 1527, Rana Sangha along the river of Marwar, Amber, Gwalior, Ajmer and Chanderi, and Sultan Mahmud Lodi, whom Rana Sangha had acknowledged as the ruler of Delhi, met Babur in a decisive contest at Kanhawa, a village near Agra. So the aim was to prevent the imposition of another foreign repression on Babur, and Babur succeeded over them by using similar tactics as in the Battle of Panipat, and he took on the title of Ghazi. Okay, so And in the year 1528, Chanderi was captured by Babur from Rajput king Medini Rai. And in 1529, Babur met the allied Afghans of Bihar and Bengal on the banks of Gogra near Patna and defeated them. With this battle, Babur occupied a considerable portion of North India. And Babur met the allied Afghans of Bihar and Bengal on the banks of Gogra near Patna and inflicted a crushing defeat on them. The following year, Babur vanquished the Afghans in the Battle of Gogra in Bihar. And on December 26, 1530, Babur died at Agra, aged 40, and his body was laid at Aram Bagh in Agra, but was later taken to Kabul, where it was buried. So, and Babur Masjid is also a controversial situation, controversial thing that happened in an Indian history or Indian Supreme Judicial history. And estimate of Babur, so he was an eminent scholar in Arabic and Persian, and his mother tongue was Chagatai Turkic, and he was said to be a statesman, and he wrote his memory Tujuki Babur in Turki language. Okay, so this was about Babur. And similarly, we will move ahead Humayun and all everything. Thank you.